And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us. It's Psychic Talk. Come on, join us in the cafe, Psychic Cafe, and hang out, grab a latte, grab a cup of tea, pull up a chair, and let's hang out and chat. It is Tuesday, January 30th, 2024, and it is really quiet. Okay, so this is the quietest it's been. As you can see, I'm flying solo today. Uh, it's just me. Had Michelle on as my guest co-host yesterday, and she may be popping back on tomorrow as a guest co-host. So look forward to that. Oh, I love it. My Max putting up my thumb sign there. Yes, thumbs up to Michelle being here. We had a hilarious time yesterday. It was a lot of fun. And I think it's more fun, when there's two or three co-hosts on the show. We had that one show, I think it was Pamela and either Michelle or I think it was Ellie was with us. And man, was that fun. By the way, Pamela was my guest co-host on Sunday. That was amazing. Lots of, dropping knowledge bombs there throughout the show. It's well worth going back and listening through these shows because, yeah, I know we're doing readings for people and so forth, but oh my God, some of the things that come out, it's just, wow, unbelievable. So it's the 30th. Interesting thing in numerology, there's no such thing as zero in numerology. So it's 1 through 9 are the numbers, and that's it. Okay. So zero is the void. It's actually not the Western idea of the void where an area completely devoid of anything, there's nothing there. It's more the Eastern concept of the void where it's like all possibilities and everything together as one before it manifests. Oh, and Michelle is in the chat. Hi, Michelle. Really quiet today. Oh, your blue showed up with your wrench finally. Remember, we were talking about that yesterday, and now you are a full-fledged moderator. I told you it was just logging out and logging back in to bring that up. So, yeah, when you have numbers like 30, the zero is accentuating the three energy. So 500, you have two zeros accentuating the five energy. So 5 plus 0, 0, 5, 3 plus 0, 3. In numerology, we always reduce down to a single digit, unless that digit is the same digit. What does that mean? Well, like if you're getting 1 1 3 3, maybe the number is 5 5 5. Maybe it's 8 8 8 8 8. Maybe the number's 9 9s, 9 9s in a row. Those are all master numbers. So it's not really thought of as a compound number where you're talking about, say, 235 units of something that you would reduce down. But when it's like 1 1 1 or 3 3 3 2 2 2, you're just looking at that number two, and the extra uh twos like in 2 2 2, it's just accentuating again, similar to the zero thing. It's accentuating that the universe wants you to focus on that number, and so it's not a compound number, so you don't add them together like 2 2 would be 4, for instance. Those are master numbers. And then you've got the special case of the zero, like today with the 30th. Okay, so that's the three energy. Creativity and communication today. Michelle says, yeah, it did show up. Yeah, speaking of showing up, I wish our regulars would show up. Where is everybody? This is really quiet. Even the phone lines. I think we have some people calling in now, but wow, it is super quiet on this Tuesday. Let me give out the phone number: 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press one on your dial pad. That puts you up in the caller queue and marks that you want to be live on air with us. Now, if you're out there listening on Blog Talk, we're simulcasting on Blog Talk and video streaming live on YouTube. If you're listening in live right now and you're thinking about calling in, you're not sure if you should, yes, you should, because we will be able to get to you and pretty quickly. 714-816-4628. So back to the numerology of the day. The numerology of the day. So it's January 30th, and that zero is accentuating that three energy. Zero is the void. It's all potentiality. And whenever you have a number like 500 or 30, the zero is accentuating the energy of the actual digit in the front there. Okay. So in this case, 30. Three is creativity and communication. It's all about looking at how you're communicating with people today and letting your creativity out. Now, for a card of the day, I got the Five of Cups, the crying over spilt milk card. In some of these versions of this card, there's actually, you'll see like a red liquid coming out of these cups that have been knocked over. And that's to represent, I guess, wine. But it kind of adds to the idea. One person said to me, "Oh my God, it's Dracula, and he spilled three goblets of his blood." So when you see the red wine, it's like, hmm, is it, or is it Dracula? Is it a vampire here? Anyway, so what's going on in this card? You got the river of life. Whenever you got a river in tarot, you got it's the river of life. All right. Then you got the bridge over here that is bridging over to this building over here, which could be a home or castle. It's less castle like and more maybe home, like a home, but it could be some other kind of building. But that's your goal, and it's on the other side of the river, so you need the bridge to get across. Okay, so if you're feeling this way today, if you're feeling melancholy, or there's some situation going on. I love how they did the gold foil in this gold foil deck, where it's like sound waves or something. It's like waves of energy, coming off the individual in the middle. And if you hold it the right angle, you get a star. You get a star. Very neat. Very neat. So some of you are probably feeling this situation today, but we always forget that there's the two upright cups in the back that we're left with. So all the individual has to do in the card is turn around, and they'll see that there's still, like great possibilities, right? And so I think what's going on today with that, whatever the situation is that you're dealing with, also the heart of the matter card I got is the Queen of Cups. Cups being emotions. And with the Queen, she's got the most fancy cup of all in all the cups, right? And what's going on with that is connection to your psychic ability, listening to your intuition, your gut instincts, and so forth. So uh, she is showing up to let us know that um, whatever this problem is that we're dealing with, that we should connect with our inner wisdom on this. Okay. And then the three energy of today comes into play as well: creativity and communication. Who can you communicate with, or communicate better in the situation, or communicate with to get answers, and creativity. Okay, so turn on the creativity today. so that you can get past what this is and get, over the bridge to your goal. And then I did pull another card. Just wanted to see what popped up. And we got the Knight of Wands. Okay. So again, following your passion. It's all about that fire energy and following your passion. And, the knights build things. A little earlier, I was talking about the master numbers, and the master number associated with the with the Knight of Wands. I almost said the Eight of Wands because I looked eight there. So it's 22, the master builder number. Knights build things. They get things done. So that's just adding a little bit more information to this situation and what's going on there. So that's the cards of the day, the numerology of the day, what's going on. Like I said, really quiet. We do have some callers coming in now, a few callers coming in. And let me give out that number again. It's 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. That's right. And as soon as you get through, press one on your dial pad. That'll let us know you want to be live on air with us. Oh, if you don't want to be live, you just want to listen in on your phone, hey, you can do that. Just call that number. Don't press one. We'll assume you're listening into the show, and that's perfectly fine. You can do that as well. Let me pop in the chat and see what's going on. Maybe Michelle has something. Okay. So Michelle says, my situation was this morning. Oh, okay. So you had one of those Five of Cups, eh? There was a bus incident. Oh, that's terrible. No children were hurt. And thankfully, my extremely sensitive granddaughter was not on that bus this morning. Oh, well, that worked out, didn't it? Sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad your granddaughter wasn't on that bus. So you said she's really sensitive, so she would have really been having a Five of Cups moment with that. Wow. Wow. So who else is having a Five of Cups day? Pop in the chat here and let me know. So as I said, we're simulcasting on YouTube. So you can actually see me on and the cards on YouTube as we're doing some of this. And I made a URL to make it a little easier. The one for our page, youtube.com/the @ psychic talk, some of you have no problem with that, but other people get a little twisted, and especially if you're not seeing this on YouTube, because that's where you're trying to get to is our YouTube channel. And so you're listening on radio and you're hearing me give out this complicated URL. So I made a little simpler one with our website, psychic.cafe. Yes. And actually, let me pop that up real quick. That is our URL, www.psychic.cafe. You don't need the www, but that's just to show you that this is actually a URL. But you can just put in psychic.cafe. It'll take you over there. But I made a YouTube one where it's psychic.cafe/YouTube. That'll take you right to our channel, Psychic Talk. So it's psychic.cafe/YouTube. Really easy. They'll take you right over there. And if you're already on YouTube, of course, you can search Psychic Talk, but it might not come right up. You might have to click on filters and then click on channels, and then you'll find our channel. So when you pop over here, be sure to subscribe and like the video as well. But if you join us on the actual live page during the lives, we actually have a chat room right here, and you can pop into the chat. You can ask questions in there. Gonna take a little coffee here. Hold on. We've got our coffee going and everything. Yeah, so you can pop in the chat. Maybe you can't call into the show right now. Maybe there's, I don't know, you're at work. It's a Tuesday after all. You might be at work, you're looking over there. There's the boss looking at you, but you got your earbuds in and you're listening to the show. Well, you can type to us in the chat there. And you can ask us all kinds of questions. You can ask us questions about our brand new community website, psychic.cafe, that we have just launched for Psychic Talk, the 14th anniversary. And then this year is the 20th anniversary of the Tarot Guild. So it's our new community for the Tarot Guild and our Psychic Talk YouTube and radio shows. And this is a full featured community platform. It's not just a website. So it's like YouTube, but for everything psychic. And we can all hang out there and, none of the negative stuff from Facebook, none of the ongoing ads and the interruptions and the negative stuff. No, it's a place, our sanctuary, where we can just go and talk about our favorite topics and everything. And you can join us there free. Just go over to psychic.cafe and you can sign up free. You can ask us questions about that, how it all works. I can share my screen, show you the website. If there's some kind of functionality you're having an issue with, let me know and I'll make a tutorial video, but live on air, I can just show you right now. You can join as well. And when you join, you get more access. You're able to create your own groups. So interest groups, maybe you're into crystals or runes or mediumship or animal communication. You can create your own groups on the website. You can post your events. You have events coming up. We have an actual event section. You can message other people, friend other people, create blog posts and so forth. You also get your own custom page. Everybody gets their own profile, whether you're a free member or not, but our paid members get more. They get their own custom page where they're able to promote their readings and sell them right off of their custom pages. And we also put a widget in from a platform we use called Loki, and you're able to show that you're available right now, and they can click and take you into a video call with them or an audio call or a text chat and instantly connect with you and do a reading with you or some other kind of session. Maybe you're some other kind of healer or Reiki practitioner, life coach, anything along those lines. Maybe you're an EFT practitioner, hypnotherapist. It's all fair game, And there's also buttons for if you want to order, if people want to order reading, like if you want to offer people to be able to book, appointments with you, that functionality is available there too. And you don't have to get a separate calendar system. It's actually built into the platform. So you can set the exact days you're available, the exact times you're available, and everything like that. It's really, really cool. You can also ask us questions about the Tarot Guild and becoming a certified practitioner, a certified tarot reader, or a certified psychic advisor. We've opened it up for 2024 to, every modality, not just tarot. So you might be a numerologist or a psychic medium, clairvoyant. You might be an animal communicator, pet psychic. That's right. Any of those modalities, it's all, you're all welcome at the guild. You can join the guild. It's a professional organization. It's been around for 20 years for professional readers. Now we're opening it up to, all the psychic modalities, and you can get certified and then join us on Psychic Cafe, a platform built for you to, promote your knowledge by doing posts on, promoting, posting videos, posting blog posts, writing articles, things like that, drawing people's attention, and then you can sell your readings or other services or products, books, decks, whatever, via your profile and custom page on psychic.cafe. So you can ask questions about the Tarot Guild, growing your maybe you've been a professional reader for years and you want to grow your business. You can ask us general questions about tarot, numerology. I personally can answer questions on life coaching, hypnosis, neurolinguistics, NLP, EFT, emotional freedom techniques, law of attraction. Got it all covered for you. Yes. And you can also ask for a reading on a personal question. So if you're in the chat there, you don't have to get on a list or anything. Just go into the chat on YouTube. And if you want something general, just say, "Hey, Dax, could you please pull a card for me?" Or if you have something really specific in one or two lines, real brief, type out your specific question and we'll pull cards on that. Or you can call in 714-816-4628 and chat with me. That would be fun too. So we got people coming in. We got Fred. Hi, Fred. Spiritual Odyssey from yesterday. I remember from yesterday. Muskin. There's a name. Wow. So Spiritual Odyssey has a great question. And uh actually I'm gonna start asking people this. Like Michelle. Michelle, you're a great example. And Ellie and a few of our other co-hosts, because they're breaking in right now into tarot reading. And so Spiritual Odyssey is asking, how hard is it to break into tarot reading? And even people that have been doing it for 30 years, like myself and Corby and Pamela and whoever else we have come on and guest co-hosts. I'm gonna actually, if I can remember, I'm going to try to ask each person this question, because I got to tell you, Spiritual Odyssey, that is great. Actually, I'm going to write that down so I don't forget here real quick. How hard to break in? Just jot me a note. And I'll give you credit for this too. Spiritual Odyssey. Because that's a great question. That's a great question. I think, like with everything, it depends on your approach and exactly what you're doing and how much practice you've had as well. But basically, how much, and this is the thing, people get really good at reading, but how good are you at business and marketing? Because whatever the business is, whether it's a tarot reader or I don't know, you're selling cell phones, you're selling decks, you're selling readings, whatever it is you do, you sell something, and a lot of us don't want to think about that we are marketers first. In fact, there's the 80-20 rule that applies in business this way, is that you spend 80% of your time promoting and marketing your business and only 20% of your time actually doing it, if you want to be really super successful, that is. So how hard is it to break in? I think this is a great time. I really do. Because actually from COVID on, because, there's a lot going on financially and in people's lives. And, we had the whole pandemic thing. And I got to tell you, the number of readings just went through the ceiling. People wanting readings because of all of the um mess, just the disarray and people losing their jobs, and just like, oh my gosh, people dying. I mean, that was the bad part. Thank God we're mostly, past that now. I mean, COVID's still out there, it's still happening, but just not to the extreme it was back then. But yes, let's see what Michelle is saying. For me, it's been so hard until I came to the Tarot Guild. Oh, cool. Thank you for that plug. When you find the right people to help you, that's when it turned for me. Um, but that's the truth. The marketing has been my downfall. Yes, it's all about promoting. That's why we do these YouTube shows, radio shows, and have a platform like, Psychic Cafe. The whole idea is to promote out to the general public, what we're doing. And, that's just one part of how we market, but it's an important part. It's an important part. And a lot of people don't do this. But there's a lot of successful readers out there that are successful because they're on YouTube and because they're on radio. So I highly recommend it as an avenue. You know, join a professionals organization. It doesn't have to be the Tarot Guild, but we'd love it if you came and joined our organization. Get your certificate of membership, get certified, then get your certificates of certification, and put them on the wall. It doesn't help with every client. A lot of clients, they don't care, but it does help with some. It looks good behind you on the wall there. And when you go to psychic fairs and everything, I know a lot of our readers go to psychic fairs and they put up their memberships in the guild, and their certification. Certified tarot reader, certified tarot practitioner, certified tarot professional, certified tarot master. We have like multiple layers, and then we're adding a certified psychic advisor for those that aren't doing tarot. Whatever modality you do, we're going to do a certification in that now for 2024 as well. So you'll be able to do that. And also, a lot of people tell me that they get certified, not so much for the clients, but for themselves. They feel more accomplished, and they feel like they've jumped a certain hurdle, and been recognized by their peers, and it just adds to their confidence getting certified. So that's definitely the start. you know get a really good education if you aren't already reading, and then join a professionals organization, get certified. And there really isn't too many out there that aren't kind of quasi fly by night. We've been around for 20 years. Some of the others, I mean, anybody can throw a website up, right? And hand out a certificate. So you got to be really careful. You got to be really careful. How long has this organization that you want to join? There's some newer organizations out there that I've, stumbled upon on the web, and you have no clue who they are, how long they've been there, existing. And even the ones that do tell you like who's on the board of directors and so forth like that, never heard of these people. I've been in tarot for decades and decades and decades, and I know the big players, and I've never heard of these people, you know? So you got to be really careful what organizations you join, who's certifying you, and then do they have a platform? These YouTube shows, do they have Psychic Talk? Do they have Psychic Cafe? Do they have platforms where, you don't have to run out and get your own website right away? You can have a custom page on Psychic Cafe, for instance. So, like, do they have their own platforms to promote you, their own reading service to promote you? These are the questions that you should be asking yourself. Oh, Charlotte popped in there. Hi, Charlotte. And yes, we're getting some questions now. And then what's going on in the phone lines? Okay, we do have a couple of callers. We're going to get to the calls also. Just want to check that real quick. Okay. So, as far as going back to the question, Michelle found it really hard to break in. But like she said, it's finding the right people to help you. Also, I know people are making a killing on TikTok and Instagram as well as YouTube. And so, being on the right platforms and getting out there and everything like that. But as far as competition and um the industry itself, it's skyrocketing. It's supposed to hit 20 billion or something, or maybe it already did. I don't know. Somebody Google that. But yeah, it's supposed to, like, last time I looked, I thought it said it was going to hit 20 billion in revenue, psychic services in general. So and it's growing faster. It's growing exponentially. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Anyway, it's growing faster and faster, each year, because more and more people want answers. They want direction. They don't know what's going on, with the craziness in the world. They want guidance. So it's really, really popular. There's another aspect to it as well. As we get more and more connected with social media and just telecommunications and our phones and computers and pads and all connected and everything like that, but we're getting more distant from each other at the same time, because yeah, I can instantly connect with anybody in the world with one of my devices, right? But I'm not in the same room with them. So there's a feeling of disconnection going on. Okay. And a lot of people go to tarot readers and psychic advisors and so forth. They just want someone to talk to, even if they're not, even if they don't have a question or really or a real deep problem. They just want to talk to somebody. And if they do have an issue, it's not all about solving the problem right away. It's about getting it out and just talking about it. I've had several recent clients where that was the majority of our time together, was just talking through the issues and just talking about life in general and how it's changed and what's different these days and so forth like that. So that's another aspect to it. Why tarot reading and psychic services in general are just skyrocketing. I think it's the best time to get into it right now. That coupled with the fact we do have instant communication, which means your clients can be anywhere in the world. When you were uh, the psychic lady with your shingle out in the little shop in downtown in a little town, uh you were limited to the number of physical clients in your area, or you had to travel to the nearest big city to perform your business and then come back and then go back out again, and commute to a big city so that you had access to more people. Nowadays, we don't have that problem. And yeah, we did have, yeah, we had the psychic lines all the way back, to the 80s and so forth like that, and psychic friends and everything. So, there's been telecommunication for a long time, but with the internet, it is amazing. And especially nowadays, with all the free ways that you can hop on a video conference, and it's almost like being there because I can pull out the card and I can show the client the cards while I'm talking to them. And when you see the person and it's live video back and forth, or even if they're at least seeing you, then it creates a stronger connection. I think we are so lucky to be living in the time that we're living in right now and have the technology that we have now as psychic advisors and tarot readers and everything. So, like any other business, it can be difficult to break in initially. Yeah. But if you have the right tools and you come to the right places, you can get help with doing that. And I think that it's true of any business, especially ones that are successful. And that's the thing, it's like, oh, well, is there too much competition in psychic services? I shouldn't go into it because there's like all these readers. And yes, there are a ton more than there were when I started doing this. But that's not a bad thing, because the number of people wanting readings is going up exponentially. And so there's more and more customer base, right? And even though the number of advisors are going up, um, whenever a business, any kind of product being sold, service, what have you, whenever there's a high demand, that's a good thing. That means that people want that. They want that. So it's just a matter of thinking outside the box. And, some of that was kind of coming up in the card of the day, actually cards of the day, and the numerology of the day, the three energy of creativity and communication. How are you going to communicate? What is your message and how are you going to communicate that out to your potential clients? And then creativity, getting creative about it. I mean, come on. It's like if everybody's doing their psychic business, their psychic or tarot YouTube channel, Twitter, sorry, it's X now, X, their Facebook page, their Facebook shorts or videos. No, shorts are on YouTube, reels on, and TikTok and Instagram, if they're all doing it a certain way, how can you do it a different way? And if they're all giving out certain information, like the famous thing is like everybody does cards of the day and they keep pulling cards or they do readings and it's like pick a card and I'll tell you what the meaning is, which is just ridiculous stuff, but people love it. And that's the channels that have 100,000 people like on YouTube following them and everything, that have subscribed. But how can you do that differently or something completely different, giving people different information using tarot, numerology, psychic skills of some kind? How can it be different? Let's see what they're saying in the chat here. Charlotte and Michelle, what do you think about all of that? And Spiritual Odyssey's question. And what is Spiritual Odyssey? Let's see. What did she say? Or he say? Is it a she? You have to let me know. Years of existence is important for credibility. Well, that's true. That's true. Credibility, because I was talking about organizations. It's also true of your own personal experience, though, as a reader, right? But if you get certified, even if you just started months back, you can make headway. So, the big thing is to get some experience in it. All right. So you can come on these shows and do readings and get experience. Okay. That's one way that we provide experience for our guild members is as a guild member, you are welcome anytime to be a guest co-host like Michelle and Ellie and Pamela and everybody. Just come on the shows and we'll promote you and your business and you can pull cards for people or what doesn't have to be tarot. Maybe you don't do tarot. Animal communication would be great. If you're an astrologer, we would love to have you on. Animal communicators, we would love to have you on. And yeah, you can practice that way, and you can practice with we have 6,000 people on Facebook on our group, almost 7,000. And then there's the cafe. You can go in the cafe and ask people if they want readings. So there's a lot of ways to get the practice in addition to your family members, friends, and everything like that. Don't overwhelm them with, constantly doing readings for the same people, but, try to expand out a little bit. But yeah, it's all about getting experience and, yeah, you might not have the credibility of I've been reading for 20 years. It's like, well, yeah, but you can say, hey, I'm the member of a professional organization. I took Dax's course. I got certified. By the way, you don't have to take my course to get certified. You can just join the guild, go through the certification process and get certified. But if you want to take my course, you can, and that adds to your credibility along with getting certified. I think it can be, Michelle says, I think it could be different by adding your own life experience to it. This happened to me, and this explains how this card can work in your life. Yeah, well, that's true too. A lot of people that get into reading, the demographic is heavily female, heavily 40s into 60s, kind of, getting into reading and stuff. And you have life experience. But that doesn't mean that a 20-year-old can't do it. I know some readers that are really great that are really young. And people that are killing it on TikTok and everything that are making a lot of money, they're 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. It's crazy. It's crazy. So there's truth in everything we've just been discussing, but then there's always the exception to every rule. You just got to go for it, and just keep doing it. Get yourself out there. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll back here and see if there was a question. La, la, la. Okay, so Spiritual Odyssey, is our login for the old website good for the new one, or do we have to re-sign up? Okay. Oh, Spiritual Odyssey. Who are you on the Tarot Guild website? Because I forget. And yes, your answer to that is uh the login for the Tarot Guild website has nothing to do with Psychic Cafe at all. This is a completely brand new website. You go there, and when you go to the website, you have all the social media buttons. You can sign up with your Amazon account, Facebook, X, Instagram, like LinkedIn, the whole thing. But uh, I think the better way, the easier way, is to just do it the old-fashioned way. Create a username, put in an email address, and put in a password. And the way you do that is when you go to the website and you're not a member on the site yet, it's going to put up a box welcoming you, and you'll see all of our pictures, all the members from the guild. You'll see a bunch of us on there, so you'll know it's us. I didn't use generic images, off the internet. It's our actual members in those little squares. All those people, those are our actual members. You'll see me. You'll see Michelle. It's you'll see who else? Charlotte. Yeah, you'll see all of us. Not all of us, obviously. There's 700 members on the old site, but you'll see a lot of us familiar faces, on that. And you'll see a green button that says, join us. It's free. Click the green button and then put in your information, sign up. And then on your profile, put in a cover image or at least an avatar, picture of you, not a picture of your cat. And thanks for bringing this up, by the way, because this is something I wanted to talk about. People are joining the cafe quite a bit now, but they're not putting avatars up, and I didn't make it a requirement, but I may shortly change that where I'm going to make it a requirement. However, it is a requirement to use the functionality of the website. Like when you go to do a post, status update, um, link a video, upload a picture, join a group, comment in a group, comment on somebody's post, all that functionality, friending somebody, messaging somebody, you have to have an avatar to do that. And we want to be a community. So we want people. People want to talk to people. So have a picture of yourself. If you're in Witsit, or what's it called? The um God, what is it called? Where if you're like um God, what do they call that, folks? When they put you in that program to get you off the grid, like you were a witness, the witness protection program, like so if you're in the witness protection program and don't want to put up your own picture, I completely understand, but put somebody else's picture up there. Get a picture that you think you can get away with using, and put a pseudonym in. At least have, a fake name and a fake photo. Don't leave it blank, and don't put your cat. Okay. Put a person. People want to talk to people. So if you're in with it, the witness protection, I forget what the acronym was, and what it means, but the witness protection program. If you're in the witness protection program and you want to use a fake picture and a pseudonym, go right ahead. But for 99% of us, 99.9%, when you join the website, put your own picture and your actual name, not some flowery crazy thing, and yeah. So if you are already a member of the guild, especially if you're a lifetime member, let me know, because I will get you instant access to the Tarot Guild group on Psychic Cafe, and I will get you access to my course group. I'll get you access to all the private groups and functionality that other people don't have, because members get full functionality and everything. So let me know you're a lifetime member, and I will, after you join, I will upgrade you on Psychic Cafe. Now, the functionality of all that on the Tarot Guild site, thetarotguild.com, that's our old social community built on the Ning platform. That's going away probably next month. So if you have any content on there, join this website, Psychic Cafe, and move everything over now. And then that website's going to go away, and there'll be a brand new Tarot Guild website that will be focused on just promoting the guild, its services, and we want to make something new for 2020. I mean, for 2024 and for the 20th anniversary of the guild, we want a fancy new website, and it's going to be just promoting why to join the guild, why get certified, how to get certified, how to join, all that kind of stuff. But then all the social networking functionality that we had on the old Ning site for Tarot Guild will be on Psychic Cafe. And so you just go and join with a new password and email your regular email address. If you can use if you don't have to use it, but if you use the same email address you had on the Tarot Guild website, that might help us out. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah, thanks for all the great questions about the guild and about reading and about the website and everything like that. That's why we have this every day, so we can talk about these different things. Okay, let's see. So Fred says, love the show, first time in chat. And can we pull a card for Fred? Let's pull a card for Fred. See what comes up, what's going on here. Okay. Oh, I cut to the heart of the matter and got an interesting card here. Okay, so first of all, the card I got for you is the Five of Wands. And five is that, wonderful high energy number in numerology, but it can also be chaos. That high energy can spiral down into chaos really quickly. And that's why it's often called the chaos number in numerology. But I think it gets a bad rap. I just think it's a lot of energy. Look at these guys, lots of energy. It looks like they're trying to build a tent without reading the instructions, which, typical guys, right? It can be, they're fighting and in conflict and everything like that. But I don't know. I get different vibes every time I look at this card, so you have to tell me what you're getting out of this card. But, Fred, if you have a situation like this where you're having difficulty building something or working with other people to do it, remember the numerology today. 3, creativity and communication. How are you communicating or not? And creativity. How can you bring your creativity in and turn this thing around? Whatever it is, project you're working on or something's going on there. And then the heart of the matter card is the Four of Swords. This is one of those thinking outside the box cards. It's 4 energy, so it's structure. Think of the 4 legs on a table or chair, the 4 walls of a room, the 4 compass points. I mean, it just goes on and on, 4, right, with humans. And this is about taking a break, taking a step back. The knight is lying in repose here, and he's got these 3 swords dangling over him like the swords of Damocles, and swords are thoughts and ideas. Okay. So take a step back from, overthinking if you're doing that, and just let the thoughts come in and go out of your head on their own. Come in your mind, go out, come in your mind. Don't judge them, just look at them and try to step back. It's also like the ace of um the ace of pentacles or the ace of coins is another one of these, stepping out of your comfort zone and thinking outside the box cards. And that's another thing with this is you may have to step out of your comfort zone some on this. So that's what I got for Fred. And then Muskin was going to ask something. I don't know if you have a specific question. I'm going to appear in a competitive exam this May. I want to ask, can I crack that exam? Okay, that's an interesting way of putting it, but okay. All right. So maybe get a little coffee here. The Three of Swords shows up, but it's in the beginning of the cards I pulled. And like I told everybody yesterday and the day before, because this card keeps coming up, by the way, and I let you know that this is not a cups card. It's not about the emotions around the situation. It's about the thoughts around the situation. In fact, often when the Three of Swords, this card of, despair and anguish and sometimes love triangles and weird things, heartbreak, right? By the time this shows up, whatever caused the heartbreak is waning, and it's just your thoughts and ideas that are holding you back. So with this exam, if you tried it before and you had and you didn't pass or had a problem with it, and now you're worrying about it, that's going away. All right. Now, I am getting a delay, and this Hanged Man is yet another one of those cards, thinking outside of the box cards. The Hangman has hung himself upside down so he can look at the world 180 degrees upside down from the rest of us, invert it, just see things that we don't see. So as you approach the exam, especially if you've done it before and you were unsuccessful or you're worried about being unsuccessful, how can you go at it a different way? Think outside the box there. And then the Four of Pentacles structure. Okay, look at him holding on to those pentacles. Structure is about creating a foundation of some kind. In this situation, I would say it's referring to, how you're getting ready or preparing for the exam, that you would have benefit from some form of foundation or structure there. I want to study for the exam, but I don't know why I just got trapped in stuck energies. Yes, that was going back here. That's exactly what this is talking about. Okay, yeah, it makes a lot of sense now. And then are you going to answer my question? I just did. I love Okay, people, patience. Gotta have patience. All right. We're on every day of the week. So if we don't get to you, call in the next day or get in the chat the next day. If you do put a question in, if we don't get to your question, we don't get to all the questions. So you might have to wait till the next day. But if we do get to your question, we are going to answer your question if it's like in the first few questions, especially like yours was. Let me go back and look through again and see. And I see Michelle's one of our moderators, and Charlotte as well as host, and they're telling everybody how to do the questions and everything. I'm trying to see if there's any more Oh, Nicholas is in there. Hi, Nick. Nick joined. Hey, Nick. On the website, what I was just saying about avatars, you don't have an avatar yet. If it's that, Nick, I think it is, but if you're the Nick I'm talking about, the Tarot Guild member, lifetime member that's on Psychic Cafe, you start at your profile, but get your profile image. They call them avatars on the Peeps So platform that we use for the new website. So go put your picture in like you did on the other website. And then I'm looking to see if there's any more questions. It's hard to go through all this. We got to start having a moderator on these shows. I mean, we have moderators in there, but like have you guys be show producers and write down all the questions and like send me instant message with all the questions and everything, so I don't have to go through this. Um, oh, I'm sorry, it was my first time here. No problem, Muscan Jassy. That is quite the name. I love it. Fred says, I'm on hold. Are you taking call? Yes, yes. But I already answered your question, Fred. I already pulled cards for you. Um, okay. And then Michelle's letting Fred know to push one. Okay. So we went through the whole list there. Now we're going to switch to phone calls. And let's see, we're going to go to 877. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 877.
Hello,
Hello.
Travis in Kansas City.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Hi. I was wondering if I could get a card pulled.
Sure. And you have anything specific you want to ask about or no?
Well, it kind of pertains to the football talk yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Um, I live in Kansas City, and I was a little upset to hear you, giving time to a 49ers fan.
Oh, well, you got to give everybody some time. Everybody.
Yeah, but you said the Chiefs. You said the Chiefs are going to win, though, right?
Mm-hmm. It's looking really good in the cards for the Chiefs, that's for sure.
By how much? So I can bet on it.
Oh, yeah, that came up in the cards. It's going to be in the 40s. I don't have it a specific number, but it's definitely going to be in the 40s. So, put your money
And
down anywhere in there in the spread.
is is Taylor Swift going to have Travis Kelsey's baby?
I have no clue, but we can pull cards on that. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'm a little dubious about that whole thing. It may be some kind of gigantic marketing ploy. Actually, there's a lot of people that think that. Very interesting. Yep.
Well,
Anyway,
I bet he's giving it to her good.
oh, okay. We're with that, we're going to hang up on that caller. Yeah, we are not going to go down that road. Okay. Sorry everybody listening there, and let's go back over to the chat. Okay, I'm trying to check in here. No, I do check my messages during the show, Charlotte. Yeah, I actually do now because of our thing that we've got going where if you go over to our coffee page, psychic.cafe/coffee, and buy us a cup of coffee, we'll jump you to the top of the phone lines and we'll take your call first. So, yeah, I've been checking the chat and seeing if anybody's sending me a message on the website, Psychic Cafe, because you can message me directly. You have to join the website to send a message, remember, but it's free. We just told you how to do that. It's free and quick, and you can send me a message. There's an on the website, especially like on the computer in the upper right corner, there's your profile picture and a drop down of all your stuff like your blog and your stream and everything, and next to it is a bell icon for notifications. There's a friend requests icon if you get a friend request, and then there's the envelope for messages, so you can just click that and then you click new message. It'll pop up a new box, write a message, and then you start typing in recipients. You can send it to multiple people, but you can send me a message by just typing in Dax. I'll pop up. Here, I'll do it right now. And then, I pop up, and then you just click on me, write the message, say, hey, this is Jim, area code 652. And I just sent you a donation or I bought you a cup of coffee, and we'll bring you on, no waiting. We'll drop whatever we're doing. And the same thing in the chat. We take the questions in the order that they come in. Sometimes there's a lot of questions, sometimes there's not as many, but we will take your question first, even if it's at the bottom of the list. We will jump to your question if you pop on and buy us a cup of coffee at psychic.cafe/coffee. By the way, as long as I'm on here, I'll mention the New Year's sale, 75% off our lifetime membership. That's what we were just talking about earlier. And Spiritual Odyssey was talking about, migrating. They're one of our members and migrating over to the Psychic Cafe website and getting access to everything like my course. You get my course free. It's a $297 course, Tarot by the Numbers, Tarot and Numerology learned side by side. You get that free with the lifetime membership, and certification is free with the lifetime membership as well. Like if you are a premium member, annual or monthly member, you have to pay separately for certification. It's included as a lifetime member. So that saves you another $124. Plus, you're not paying monthly or annually. You pay, well, with this sale, 75% off, you pay $78 once. $78 once. And by the way, when you join as a member, one of the other perks is what I was just saying about buying us a cup of coffee. If you are a lifetime member or a premium member, you get bumped to the top of the list in the chat and on the phone lines. So that's another perk of joining the lifetime membership. And you get all of our workshops and you get our course, you get our workshops, our classes, we do live Q&As. We do panel discussions on different psychic topics and tarot topics. And we do that all year long, all year long. So take advantage of this, because this sale is going to end. And like I've been saying on all the shows, when this sale ends, the lifetime membership is going to go away. In other words, normally it's $297 when it's not on sale. You won't even be able to buy it at $297. It's just going away. You're going to have to join as a annual member or a monthly member. I don't even know if we're going to do the annual membership. It might just be, straightforward monthly membership, period. And so we haven't quite decided on that, but within the next week, we're going to decide, because this sale is going to go away in about that amount of time, so you want to jump on this and get it now. Go over to psychic.cafe. It's pinned to the top of the community feed there, the stream. First or second post, you'll see this banner. Just click on the banner. And also on that same page, if you scroll down, you can book a session with me for half price and get your numerology. Yep. Compassionate Light will be on this Friday. Catherine is starting a brand new series of shows. It's going to be mind, body, spirit, spirit, mind, body, something like that, over the next 3 months, actually. So tune in as she begins that new thing. And by the way, her wrap up for her January series of shows was posted yesterday. So it's available on her Compassionate Light group on Psychic Cafe, and right here on the YouTube channel as well. And then next Sunday, the 4th, February 4th, Angelic View will be back with Maria Moss, and she's going to be talking about the archangels in her Angelic View Oracle deck, and taking your calls for, readings, angelic guidance. I'm going to be guest co-hosting with her, so I'll be on there as well. And then, of course, our show's daily now, every day, so when Maria or Catherine or someone has a show, it'll be their show. But, on those days where we don't have a custom show like that, I'll be on doing these Psychic Talk shows, and sometimes being joined by my friends like Ellie, like Pamela, and like Michelle. And by the way, Michelle will be on tomorrow. And Michelle's starting her own show. That's right. Michelle's Mystic Corner. And you can join the group already on psychic.cafe. Go on there, join the website, and then click groups and join her her group on the website, because she's going to be very shortly here. I think maybe every other Saturday, maybe the second and fourth Saturdays. We haven't quite, solidified it in rock, stone yet, but um she's going to be doing her own show, Michelle's Mystic Corner. And by the way, create a URL just today for that. So it's psychic.cafe/Mystic Corner. We'll take you right over to her group and you can join her group. Yes. Okay. And Michelle says, when I'm not on, I'll help with that. Yes. And thanks to you guys, both Charlotte and Michelle, for helping out in there. And Michelle is saying February 10th and 24th, perhaps. Let me look on the calendar. So the second and fourth Saturday. Yeah, so that'd be the 10th and the 24th. If you want to start, get things going in February. Woohoo! Exciting, exciting stuff. All righty. Let's see here. I'm gonna check the chat here, see if we got any more questions. Oh, Muskin, our new viewer is from India. Yeah, it's definitely a new name. Yeah, we get a lot of folks from India, and I have hard time pronouncing a lot of the names. So like I'll just shorten them or take part of them. It makes it a lot easier. It's funny. I was watching a video yesterday that was, talking on that very thing, about the pronunciability, I don't even know how you say that. The ability to pronounce something, a name specifically, uh, plays a lot into people's success. Believe it or not, whether the name is foreign to them or a common name, it doesn't matter. In fact, some of the studies they did, they specifically looked at white male lawyers, and they looked at ones that had common, their name's Steve or David or something like that, and they looked at ones that had difficult to pronounce names, uncommon names, things like that. And their progress through their law firms, they looked over thousands of law firms and everybody's progress and everything, and found out that people whose names were easier to pronounce moved up much faster than people when their names are not easy to pronounce. So interesting little factoid that popped up, and Muskin reminded me of that. Yes, yes. So Jossie, actually, I don't know if it's JC or Jossie because it's JASSI, but like I might just go Joss to make it easier. Uh, Muskn. I don't know how you actually pronounce it yourself, but I've been doing Muskin, and which I actually like, and it rolls off. It's not too bad, not too bad. Michelle's going woohoo, cool beans. Yep, she's ready to launch her own custom show on the Psychic Talk Network starting February 10th and 24th. By the way, you can do the same thing. You can launch your own private show where it's just you, and you're going to be on YouTube and radio simultaneously. I do all the technical background, also help you with your banners and images and all the technical jargon and functions, and the phone calls, and I teach you how to use the switchboard, or I do the switchboard for you if you need help with that. I even will come on big trucks outside. They're doing something out here. I will even come on the shows with you as a guest co-host for, one or two or three shows, till you get your feet wet. So if you want to join the Psychic Talk Network here, we'd love to have you. You could come up with your own custom shows, or when you get your own name, like The Angelic View, Maria's show, Compassionate Light is Catherine's show, and Michelle Methany's new show is going to be um, Michelle's Mystic Corner is going to be the name of the show. She has a group on psychic.cafe, the website, for all of her musings as well as for the show, and all the under the videos on there will be like all of her shows as she goes forward. So go over and join her group. It's for both. But that's what I mean when I say custom shows is you have a custom name, and you have your own time slot, Fridays at 11 a.m. or, Sundays or whatever. Right now, all of our shows are 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. London, UK. But we can do a show anytime. And, you can decide when you want to be on air, and, have your custom name for your show and so forth. So that's what we mean by a custom show, because you're paying extra to get your own time slot, and nobody else can have that time slot or that day. And you're paying extra to have a custom name. Now, you can also become a monthly co or a weekly co-host, which is a lot less per month, and you can be a regular on the network and join me here on the Psychic Talk shows. So there's, no custom name and no custom day. Pretty much you can pick whatever day you want that we're doing a show, but you come on the Psychic Talk show and you'll be a guest co-host with me and maybe one or two other people possibly as well that are also guest co-hosts, daily co-hosts. I don't know what we're going to call it exactly, but new thing for 2024, you can come on. Now, if you are, I had mentioned earlier, if you're a premium member or a lifetime member, you can come and guest co-host. You can also be interviewed as a guest on the shows. You can come on as a guest co-host here and there and everything. It's just not going to be a regular gig. In other words, we have all the members and anybody that requests, where we have time and everything, we'll put you in to be a guest co-host, or to do an interview and so forth like that as a member. But we actually will have a higher paid member. It's about $37 a month to be a regular co-host on the Psychic Talk shows. Again, the generic name versus the custom. The custom shows are much higher, much higher per month. But it's really affordable, $37 a month. And you can be on here like, every Tuesday, every Thursday, Wednesday, Monday, whenever we're doing a show, Saturday, Sunday, you can pop on and be a regular guest co-host on the shows. And so you'll get regularly promoted as well. Plus, you'll get more custom work done on your page than the other members do. And if you want your own separate website, custom website, like literally your own separate website, you get that too. $37 a month. Yeah. So if you're interested in something like that, just contact me and we'll talk about it. We'll pop on a Zoom call and I'll tell you what all is available. Let's see. And Michelle said, I'd love to see more co-hosts up there with you. Yeah, if you're a lifetime members alone, we have 45, 50 of them. So at least in the mid 50s or mid 40s of lifetime members. And then we have all the premium members. And a lot of people have not been taking advantage of this. I don't know if they don't know it or understand it or something like that, but it's a great way to promote your readings and to get known. See, people buy nowadays, it's all social proof and so what they call social marketing. People buy from people they like and trust. So if they keep seeing you up here, like they've been seeing Michelle recently and Ellie, Pamela, myself, whomever, seeing us regularly here doing these shows, they see your face, they hear your voice. Some people are going to connect with you, others won't, but you don't worry about the people that don't connect with you. It's the people that connect with you. And they're like, oh, I like how they talk. I like how they look. I like their personality. I like how they do their readings. They sound like they know what they're doing. And they begin to like and trust you. And those are the people that are going to buy readings from you. So you build the like and trust by coming on these shows. And that's how we're a little different than, let's say, joining a random. Well, at least a random, you're live on video and they can get to know you. But it's tougher because, you can't wait for them to get a reading from you. I mean, just literally, you have to be on camera the whole time, waiting for them to take you into a private. And then there's like California Psychics and Keen and everything. You go to their websites and there's little pictures of all the readers, right? You don't know these people from Adam. How do you pick a psychic or a tarot reader or someone to work with, some kind of spiritual advisor? How do you do that? When all you see is their picture and you read a little short bio about them and everything. That's why this is so much better. So much better. Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna check the phone lines, and if there aren't more callers, we may be getting out of here pretty soon. Okay, yeah. No phone calls at all. Well, it's really quiet. It's a Tuesday. We're not known yet for being on every Tuesday, but people will get it, eventually that we're on every day now, and they can pop in and get a reading. If anybody else has a question, doesn't have to be a reading question or pulling a card question. It could be if you're interested in, our membership, certification, how does that work? Functionality of the Psychic Cafe website. I did have a couple of things though that I wanted to bring up, and because it's so quiet today, I may bring them up again on a different show. So I like maybe tomorrow because Michelle will be with me and we can talk about it a little more. One is breaking news. That's our breaking news little sound effect there. Anyway, Amazon, I don't know if you've been on Amazon Prime and watched a movie or a TV show or something recently, but they added ads in. I don't know what you think about this, but I know what I think about it. So I'm already paying to be a Prime member. And I hear that's going up soon. It's going to be like somebody else said that they're not raising their prices for 2024. Other people said it's going to go up to like $179 a year or something like that for Amazon Prime. So with Amazon Prime, you get the same day, 1 day or 2 day shipping on all your items, and you get like all kinds of fantastic, discounts and cool things like that. But you also get access to music, and you get access to TV shows and movies and everything on, Prime Video, and you're paying a subscription every month, and I don't even know what that is now. I should check into that, see how much I'm paying now, because I can't remember. I think it was like $12. Is it like $16, $17 now? Anyway, I haven't been able to do my research yet. I had to pop on here, but I was watching a show. It was an hour show and they had two ad spots in it. So, it wasn't like horrendous like regular commercial broadcast television where they're putting it in, every 5 minutes there's an ad. So it wasn't horrendous. YouTube, sometimes you're watching certain videos, not all of them, but they'll have like, I mean, every 5 minutes they have some kind of an ad on it. It's absolutely horrible, horrendous. And they want you to pay extra to get rid of the ads. Now, other things, I think Netflix does it this way where you can sign up for the lower priced membership with ads or the higher price, but it's not like automatic. On some of these platforms, it's not automatic. With Prime, it's automatic. Like it just started. And I only just noticed it maybe a couple, 2, 3 days ago. And oh my God, every single thing you watch, there's at least like a couple of ad spots in it. If it's a full movie, I haven't watched a full movie in a while, but I would guess about like four ad spots and then two ad spots in an hour long TV show. I don't know for sure. But then this thing popped up and says, hey, you can pay $2.99 a month and eliminate the ads. What? So, I don't know what you all think about that, but I'm already paying a lot and possibly soon a lot more. And now they want me to pay an extra on the side, $3 on the side, so I don't have to see ads on my Prime videos, my Prime TV, my Prime movies, which is the whole reason I have Prime. I mean, besides obviously, the perks with Amazon buying products and having them delivered faster and all that kind of cool stuff that you get with Prime. But sure, that's part of it. But one of my main deals is Prime Video, and I'm specifically paying for that streaming so that I don't have to deal with ads like I do on Netflix. Added ads. I don't have Netflix anymore. Guess what? I don't have it. It's gone. And YouTube, I don't know. I'm getting close to maybe getting their paid membership only because I'm getting tired of it. It's worse now, folks. It's worse than it ever was. So, you would go to watch a YouTube video and an ad would pop up. And after a few seconds, you could skip. Well, you can still do that, but guess what? Since January, so this is another thing besides Amazon, what YouTube's doing since January, since the beginning of January, since the beginning of 2024, now they're putting two ads. So you go to the video and it starts playing this ad, and 5 seconds into the ad could be a minute long. The ad could be, they have 30-minute ads. They have hour-long ads. I kid you not, where people will put an entire thing that they're promoting, and instead of having some of them have you sign up and go and watch the long video. Sometimes the video is the ad. It is unbelievable. And some people sit there through the whole thing and then watch the video they were originally going to go watch. I think that's absolutely insane. But you go there to watch the video, and regardless of how long it is, about 5 seconds in, counts down, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, skip. And you push the skip button. Another ad pops up and counts down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, skip. So now you have to wait through and skip. So two ads. So it's 5 seconds to get to your video versus it used to be, it's 10 seconds to get to your video where it used to be 5 seconds to get to your video. That is horrendous. And then, every several videos you watch, it'll then you pop on there and you don't get a skip button. It's a 20-second or 30-second or however long they want to do ad that you have to watch through. And then after that, there will be either another one you have to watch through, you have no choice, or it'll give you the 5-second countdown and you can skip it. And typically I get a lot of those. So I'll get I have to watch 30 seconds. It might not even be 30 seconds, it might be like 10 seconds. And then another ad will pop up and I have to, it counts down 5 seconds, then I can hit the skip button. But typically, that only happens every several videos I watch on YouTube. But every single video now, I'm having to skip 2 ads before I can get to the actual video. And Charlotte said YouTube also now puts those skip buttons mid program multiple times, interrupting what you're watching. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before, where I've watched some longer videos on YouTube and it was really bad. I mean, way infinitely bad, infinitely worse than what Amazon's doing with you're watching an hour long television program. And unlike commercial TV, where it's like 7 to 10 ads during that hour, it's only two. But on YouTube, I'll watch an hour or a 2 hour documentary or something, and sometimes, and I think the people whose channel it is, they have control over that. I think they can say whether or not they're going to monetize a particular video. I'm not sure about that, but what I've noticed is that a lot of them don't have that, but some do. So there doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason to it. So I'm thinking that the people that uh, the ones that do have that on there, the people that own the channel that are putting up the video, they want to monetize it, and so they are allowing YouTube to put that many, in there, and it's like every 5 minutes. I mean, it's like you're watching, and then it comes on, and sometimes you get the skip button, sometimes you don't get the skip button, sometimes you have to watch through at least 10 seconds, up to 30 seconds, but it's mostly 10-second short videos, which is actually smart that they're doing that really quick, so you're not sitting there for forever. Um, but you click and you watch a little bit, and then an ad comes on, you click, you watch a little bit, click, watch a little bit, ad, watch a little bit, ad. It just drives you insane. And I think they're, really, really, really trying to get you to well, it's twofold. The more they pop the ad on, the more revenue they get from the companies that are advertising or the people that are advertising. Because individuals can advertise on YouTube, um, that have their own channel, can just advertise whatever. But a lot of it's companies, and they have deep pockets, and so it's like, every ad that pops on there, they're paying revenue, and a lot of it or most of it is going to YouTube, and a little bit's going to the person that owns the channel. um but I think also they're trying to get you into the subscription. And this is the thing about our lifetime membership and why I started it in January last year. And it was pretty popular, and that is, people don't like all the subscription craziness that's going on, and it's getting worse. So the cost of Amazon subscription is going to go up. Now they have ads. Now you got to pay an additional $2.99, an additional $3 a month to get rid of the ads. And they've doubled up on the ads on YouTube, and you almost have to get a YouTube subscription to get rid of the bloody things, because the thing is that and this isn't for everyone, but for me, I do a lot of research and I spend a lot of time on YouTube, and sometimes literally on YouTube, like I am right now. And um, it's a pain in the ass. And so I'm really considering getting that subscription. Are you? Did you notice this? Did you notice the craziness of subscriptions? How everything's gone from you buy a product and you own it to you have to buy a subscription and you have to keep paying or you lose access to whatever that service or product is. It's all going that way. And it's all because they want recurring revenue. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, our computers, we would buy a program. It might be expensive, $100, $500, you know, for this program that does this whiz bang thing. But once we bought it, we owned it and we installed it on our computer and it was ours. Now they have, you know, I forget what they call it, software as a subscription, SaaS, you know. So instead of buying Microsoft Office and they would, you know, upgrade it and like maybe a few years down the line you might buy the newer version, you know, now it's you pay every single month to get access to Office, to get access to your Word and your PowerPoint, and you know, it's ridiculous. What do you people think of this? So um we'll talk about it tomorrow. How about that? So Michelle's going to be on tomorrow, and we'll go back all over this because I think it's fascinating. I want to know what other people are doing, you know. So if you're watching this in archive later today, or uh, you were listening to this, you know, join us tomorrow and put your 2 cents in. Let us know what you think about the Amazon Prime thing they're doing with the ads and having to pay more, and YouTube doubling their ads, and oh my gosh. Let me know. Let me know. Anyway, it's funny because that caller brought up about Taylor Swift, and I can literally hear the television running in the other room. And that's actually on NBC right now, the national news, talking about the Taylor Swift conspiracy. So we may have to talk about that, even though it was brought up, you know, as a joke, I think, you know, from the caller, but um, we may actually, you know, have to look into the Taylor Swift conspiracy. You know, I don't want to do it now though because I want to go watch what that was. Hopefully, I can find it on YouTube and not have to watch too many ads to get to it. Anyway, we will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow. Bye, everybody.